Prime Time.
And joining us this evening on the debate on asking the questions on what's taking the governor so long in making up his mind on what step to take next, I'm joined by R. Rajagopalan, senior journalist, joining us in the studios in Delhi, GVL Narasimha Rao, national spokesperson of the BJP from Indore, MR Venkatesh, political analyst also in Delhi, Aryama Sundaram, senior lawyer, also joining us from Delhi, Sanjay Pinto, lawyer and columnist, joining us from Chennai, TKS Elangovan, MP and chief spokesperson of the DMK, live from Delhi, Sri Venkateshwara, general secretary of the KPCC, advocate from Bangalore, Durai Pandayan, member of the legal wing of the AIADMK, will be joining us in just a bit from now. But first, let me go across to Palanisamy, AIADMK leader, who is also a Jaya loyalist. Mr. Palanisamy, you are the complainant to the Election Commission as well, and you have questioned the appointment of Sasikala as the General Secretary of the party. Already you are raising questions about Sasikala being the General Secretary when only the General Council has elected her and not the primary members of the party. The question is, why is Panneerselvam raising this issue today, 2 months after this incident really took place? Why did he not say it all along? Is it because the chief ministerial position is the bone of contention between him and Sasikala at this moment?
No, one small correction. It is not Sasikala has been elected by the General Council. She has been appointed by few people claiming to be the General Council. As per the bylaw of the party, General Secretary has to be elected by all the primary members of the party. In this case, there were, including Madam Jaya has been elected. There will be a notification published in all leading newspapers inviting the candidates to contest. Then she will file the application, or many people will file the application to contest on her behalf. Finally, no one will contest and she would be declared. In this case, there is no election notification so far, and the party bylaw has no provision for such an interim appointment of anybody as a General Secretary. This I have complained to the Election Commission way back in January itself.
Even Panneerselvam, who is now questioning that appointment of Sasikala in the first place, he himself has said on 29 December, we told her, and I'm quoting Mr. Panneerselvam, we told her, as in Sasikala, that she has been appointed the General Secretary effective from today. And he also went on to say, we requested her to accept the party's decision. Now, when this seemed to have been a unanimous decision back then, why is it being questioned now? As is, for that matter, the circumstances surrounding Jayalalitha's death, which were not talked about until now, which are now being raked up. So why now?
Yeah, I have questioned way back in January itself, soon after her appointment. Mr. Panneerselvam, he himself has clearly told today or yesterday that he was put under threat for his resignation. Probably under the threat, he might have kept his mouth closed so far. And he came out yesterday. Like that, many more people will come now.
So you're saying more people will come now, but the fact is that the timing will be questioned because, of course, he's been silent for 2 months. But, okay, let me just go to GVL with the big question that is being asked right now, which is about the governor, GVL Narasimha Rao. The point is the governor, who should be in Chennai, but has been in Delhi and Mumbai at a time of crisis, is ultimately a political appointee. Now, the point is, what is such pressing urgency in Delhi and now in Mumbai that has kept him away from Tamil Nadu at a time when the state is on the verge of crisis?
No, Tina, governor is a constitutional functionary. He is the custodian of the constitution in the state. He does not sort out party problems in every political party, a ruling party in the state. So what you are witnessing in Tamil Nadu today is a political problem, internal fight, internal feud that has emerged in AIADMK, and I think it's something that we will have to resolve. Governor, even if he were present in Chennai yesterday and today, he could not have sorted out the problem, internal political problem of a ruling party. So grant him, so let them sort out their own problems, and whoever has a legislative majority can certainly stake a claim once they sort out their problems. I think personally, I don't think anyone is ineligible. If Rabri Devi could become chief minister in Bihar, if Sonia Gandhi could aspire to be
the prime purely an internal issue of the AIADMK, and the centre or the governor has nothing to do. 1 second, GVL. When you backed the Jitan Ram Manjhi faction in Bihar, when he chose to leave the JDU, was that not a purely internal issue of the JDU? Or for that matter, what happened with the Uttarakhand Congress rebels, was that not purely a matter of the internal Congress of the Uttarakhand? No, it's a similar scenario where you cannot just palm it off as an internal issue of the party, because the situation is such where you could be looking at...
No, I think the analogy is completely flawed, because as a political party, in states like Uttarakhand, we had a political stake and we had our own party, and as a party, we had our right to take our own independent stand. As far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, we don't have a single MLA. So the BJP is really not aspiring to be in power.
Well, GVL Narasimha Rao, let's not play so innocent.
Has the legacy of Dr. Jaya,
let's not play so innocent, because you do have a stake in Tamil Nadu. Your stake is whichever side actually comes to power, what happens to the presidential elections, what happens to crucial legislations in Rajya Sabha, what happens to the number game, the anti-opposition, anti-Modi opposition stand. All of these numbers are important to you. So you may not have MLAs in Tamil Nadu, but the fact is AIADMK, which is the other largest party other than you in the Lok Sabha, you have a lot of stake as far as what their position is going to be when it comes to the presidential elections, which are just a few months away. So you do have a stake in Tamil Nadu politics as well.
Again, this is flawed analysis. What makes you think that whether it is Mrs. Sasikala or Mr. Panneerselvam or for that matter anybody else becoming chief minister, why do you think they would not be really standing up they would not be extending support? They've extended support to the government in Rajya Sabha on a number of issues, and we certainly we are not here to choose a leader in the AIADMK. It is the AIADMK which has to sort out its internal issues, and the governor will only do what is constitutionally obligatory on him. And as a party, as a person, I believe if Sonia Gandhi could claim to be a leader, if Rabri Devi could become a leader, why not Mrs. Sasikala? But that's something that BJP will not decide. Nor governor is going to sit there and decide who should be the leader of AIADMK. So it's a matter of maybe a few more days. I think what governor is duty bound to ensure that the change of office, change of government is done in a manner that it gives a stable government, and that person represents the will of the House, will of the Assembly of Tamil Nadu. He has no particular favor with any individual. We certainly, as a leader, we always held Dr. Jaya
Then why is the governor actually not even present in Chennai? Let me take that question. Let me take that question to Aryama Sundaram, because whichever political party we go to, we get a partisan view. Aryama Sundaram,
troubleshooter.
Aryama Sundaram, why don't you give viewers a simple analysis on what are the governor's options going to be? Number one, he's been away from a crisis-ridden Chennai for the last 3 days when he needed to take a decision on what the next option for government formation for the chief ministerial swearing-in ceremony are going to be. He's been away to Mumbai and to Delhi. Aryama Sundaram, the question is, can he ask O. Panneerselvam to prove his majority on the floor of the House when he has already accepted the resignation of O. Panneerselvam, or is he now duty bound to call Sasikala because she has paraded to the cameras 130 MLAs? What is the best option for the governor to take?
Well, if there's ever been an example in Indian history of a governor who has abdicated his duties, and who has perhaps acted in every manner opposed to what he is expected to do under the Constitution, I think you have our great example right now. Don't forget one thing. The governor's duties are twofold. It is to ensure that there is a stable government, to ensure that the constitutionally elected government and that there is no breakdown of a constitutional machinery. We have here a governor who's trying to do the exact opposite. The governor's role when a chief minister resigns, and which resignation, don't forget, he accepted. And once having accepted it, there's no question of the chief minister saying, now I'm going to withdraw my resignation. That cannot be done. Once he accepted it with such alacrity, his duty is to fill the vacuum as quick as possible. Now, immediately, he is given the list of all 136 legislators who support Ms. Sasikala. It's not for him to decide whether she's a good leader or a bad leader. That's not his job at all. He can see whether she's eligible or not, and she most certainly is eligible, considering she has been acquitted. And merely because an appeal against acquittal is pending, that does not make her ineligible. He should have immediately sworn her in. If he had done so, and subsequently there was a quarrel within the party and they wanted to change the leader, they could have always come back to him then and said, now we want to change a leader. Equally, if the Supreme Court is subsequently going to hold her guilty, she will automatically be disqualified. Now, hold on please. It is the duty of the governor at that time to take action, not to run away from the state. He should not run away from the state then by doing this. What has he done?
Therefore, sir, the question that comes up...
Please allow me to finish.
No one runs away. Mr. Aryama Sundaram,
that definitely brings up the question.
No, we are not shutting you down. You are misleading. He never ran away.
I have to finish.
He never ran away.
Sorry, you can always rebut me.
Why should he run away? What is the reason?
You can rebut me.
Yeah,
you can rebut me. I want to know. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Please give me the answer why it's run away.
The question will obviously be asked, is the delay by design?
Today,
there has been a delay. It is undeniable.
Now, according
the state
to me,
needs him more than a Maharashtra needs him. So is the delay by design?
Comes and says, why did you
you're too senior a journalist to keep interrupting.
She's having that DA incident.
Please stop interrupting. You can always be heard. You will always reply. Please don't interrupt. Yeah. Now, all I'm saying is, either it is by design or it is by sheer inaction. The latter I call completely culpable and wrong. You cannot be, there cannot be such inaction and say for 3 days, I'm not going to come back to Tamil Nadu. Don't forget, leave everything else out. Tamil Nadu today is in a state of a political issue which is going on. If he is a governor of more than one state, his presence today politically is needed more in Tamil Nadu than anywhere else. But he has stayed away for 3 days. If it is by design, then the question is, why design? Is the design to create a problem in the party, to create an infighting in the party, so that you can create a situation?
Aryama Sundaram, also isn't it important to ask the question on whose design is the governor actually going by? And on that, Mr. Aryama Sundaram, my submission and question to you is, can the BJP say that it has no interest in the matter, because whichever way the MLAs of AIADMK go, it has ramifications for national politics as well?
Shall I be very honest with you in my reply here? I am very puzzled because I cannot see any perceptive political advantage for the BJP. Reason being that if any turmoil is created now and a problem and Panneerselvam is pushed to get out of there, the next party, and he gets away with 50 MLAs who all get disqualified, then it's the DMK which is going to come in. And that is something which the BJP certainly will not want. Now, as far as the BJP is concerned, I cannot see any political design in this, except perhaps the BJP is very keen to ensure that whoever is there to stay, and that there is a stable government. And I don't think the BJP should do that, if you ask me. But the fact is, I can't see a sinister motive of the BJP trying to topple this government, because it's not in their interest.
But is it a question of seeing someone as a safer bet?
And the DMK would be against that.
The question is, yeah, but Mr. Aryama Sundaram, the question is that is the centre seeing one of the two options as a safer bet? Is this a result of the centre seeing Panneerselvam as a safer bet in the days to come than Sasikala? And I'd like to take that question to TKS Elangovan,
I do not condone.
Of course there have been allegations.
Can I just answer that one question?
Yeah.
Quickly, can I answer that question?
All right, very quickly.
I do not condone
yes, please.
BJP. If BJP is involved in any way, I do not condone it. But if it's BJP looking at who is going to be safer to keep a stable, longer lasting government which will therefore help them, then that is the only thing which can assist the BJP. It does not assist the BJP for them to split the AIADMK, because that's playing into the hands of the DMK, which the BJP.
Of course it does. Yes, absolutely. And I know, JVL, you want to come in on that point. I'm going to come to you in just a minute, but I want to go to Mr. Elangovan, because there have been two completely different sets of allegations. You know, at the center, the Congress has, of course, said that this is the BJP's design and the BJP is trying to break up the politics in yet another state now. But locally, of course, Sasikala herself has said that it is the DMK that is behind. Yeah, the DMK is behind what the Panneerselvam is doing. They are behind this sudden revolt. And, you know, she's talked about the fact that there was a warming up of relations between some DMK leaders and Panneerselvam over the last couple of months. So what do you say in response to those allegations? And how really does the DMK stand to gain from what is happening right now?
See, one thing is DMK is a main opposition party in the state. A party which has got almost equal number of popular votes like the AIADMK. The vote difference was just a mere 1%. That doesn't mean that we are meddling with the AIADMK affairs. You know that even when MGR died, the party split. AIADMK is such a party that when there are power seekers on both the sides, and what had happened in 1877 is being repeated now after the death of Jaya. We have no role to play.
No, but hasn't the DMK in recent days been extremely lavish with their compliments for Panneerselvam, which would strike one as particularly odd?
No, you are wrong. We had acted as a constructive opposition. When in the case of Jallikattu, Panneerselvam chose to go to Delhi and wait for 2 days to get an order, we welcomed it. But when Panneerselvam failed...
So that's what I've asked him. Mr. Sasikala, Madam Sasikala.
That is what they do every time. For all their failures.
No, you are also doing the same thing.
The AIADMK...
You are also doing the same thing with them.
Please wait. You please, we are human beings. We can laugh at anybody. Simply laughing at a man, somebody blames that he is laughing at him. Is it love between us?
That is what
it is.
Sasikala
Human beings, we are doing it. We have.
DMK is encouraging defections.
Are you encouraging Panneerselvam or not, Mr. Elangovan? Are you encouraging Panneerselvam or not?
I am just answering it. We have opposed Panneerselvam. We have criticized Panneerselvam for not getting the due share for the suffering farmers, and we had appreciated Panneerselvam for making Jallikattu to happen in the state. So, on the basis of issues, we support him or oppose him. We are the opposition party. We have questioned Panneerselvam. We have questioned his deeds. All these things, it is going on. You must let them see the assembly proceedings to see what we have done. We have not supported him. Why should we support him? We are a party. We have run the state government for almost 20 years. We have done something good to the people of Tamil Nadu. Now, why should we support AIADMK, which is a diagonally opposite party and the only major political party among the two political parties? We join together.
You are also wanting to fish in troubled waters, Mr. Elangovan?
Okay,
no.
MR Venkatesh,
that is politics.
The question,
when our opponents fail to deliver, when our opponents split, it is good for the other party. That is politics.
MR Venkatesh, the question is, did Panneerselvam leave it till too long? Did he? The fact that Panneerselvam is now saying that he was forced to submit his resignation, that Amma's spirit came to him and told him that he should take the control of the state. Why are all these thoughts coming to Panneerselvam now after he has resigned and his resignation has been accepted? The question is, why didn't he question the general secretaryship of Sasikala, you know, for the last 1.5 months since this entire issue had happened? Why is he questioning it now? Is it only simple, pure power struggle that we are seeing in Chennai, or do you think at this moment Panneerselvam has any moral right to claim the chief minister's position, because it was he who was asked to step into Amma's shoes?
No, the question is, as an opposition party,
Navika,
we wait for the fall of the ruling party.
Politics.
That is what we are doing.
Morality has nothing to do with politics. Navika, that question was supposed to me, right?
Yeah.
Hello, Navika, that question was supposed to me, right? Yeah, listen, morality has nothing to do with politics. If Mr. O. Panneerselvam has come about late, he can be faulted for it. But look at what is the substratum of his charge. The charge is that a sitting chief minister felt threatened and he resigned. Now this is a very serious charge. This is not an ordinary charge that we can brush aside. I thought that this must be the fulcrum of the entire debate. That is the state to which Tamil Nadu is facing today. And if a sitting chief minister feels threatened and he resigns, and the governor probably had an inkling about it 2-3 days prior to the information that was available in public domain. So obviously the governor is having a rethink on swearing in a person who has actually threatened a sitting chief minister. So I am sure the the governor has to do a proper calibration, though apparently it looks what Mr. Aryama and Sundaram says is absolutely constitutional. There is no point. But please understand, the governor is also duty bound to give a stable and also a Swachh government. In that process, is it okay for a person who has been threatening? I do not know whether the threat is correct, whether it is legitimate, whether it's true, all those things, give it aside. The sitting chief minister feels threatened. Now how would an ordinary person in Tamil Nadu feel if such a person comes and holds the post of a chief minister? That is the larger question that needs to be asked today.
Okay.
That whether the Tamil population, 7 crore Tamilians, will feel safe and under this leadership, under this dispensation, under this person who has the ability to threaten a sitting chief minister. That is the question that we need to ask. And that, I think, the governor...
Okay, so you are saying whether 7 crore people of Tamil Nadu will feel safe under Sasikala. Let's listen into the popular voices coming in from Tamil Nadu. Let's listen into cine actor Kamal Haasan, who spoke to Rahul Shivshankar just a short while back, and he openly came out in support of O. Panneerselvam. That's the people's choice, he says. But is the governor going to look at people's voices, or is he going to look at the numbers of legislators? That's the big question. Let's listen into Kamal Haasan and we'll come back to this debate.
Who's taking Tamil Nadu for a ride, sir? Obviously, it's the political class, but in this theatre that is being played out, who is the protagonist that you are directing your angst against?
Well, let me talk about something which I have the right to talk about and whom I understand. My people, they have been not only knifed but also been corrupt. They've taken money to vote, and that's what you get when you take money to vote. And this has been going on for quite some time. People were buying votes and we were selling votes. We actually don't have right to complain and deserve to live in this squalor, but I can't say that because they are my family, including the politicians, some of them who might have good intentions but cannot come out because they're part of the general delinquency.
But Ms. Sasikala now wants to become chief minister. Many people are saying that that's a mockery of the mandate because the people actually elected in a free and fair election, elected Jaya, and therefore you can't have a situation where Sasikala, who has been in the shadows, who has held really no offices, and who Ms. Jaya did not even entrust any office to, today is going to become the chief minister.
Yeah, we are like allopathy now. We are not we are only treating the symptoms. We are not treating the disease itself. We are quick to because with that solution of what do we do today, we have been settling for lesser and lesser and less. And I'm not in a war with personalities here. As a matter of fact, I don't even remember having shaken hands with Mr. Panneerselvam. I must have smiled at him and wished him good morning twice in my lifetime. But more than once, we have clashed on opposing ideologies, and that too publicly. But that doesn't matter. Right now, we have an office that's empty, and we have done our duty. And the party owes it to the people to put someone who's been there, and you can say that it's a legal party decision, but it seems more like a party indecision than a decision.
Okay, let me ask you, Mr. Kamal Hassan, because you're an opinionated citizen of this country. And I'm going to ask you, and put you on the spot, who has a greater claim between Panneerselvam and Shashikala to the Chief Minister's post? There are only two aspirants there right now.
Yeah, once again, it's allopathic treatment. We will attend to the symptoms. The symptoms are looking bad. There's pain for the people and the party. So let's attend to that, and we'll talk about Mr.
So you're saying it doesn't quite matter?
And he's doing his job. He was there by the seaside looking at the oil spillage, if nothing else. Well, we didn't use the best of technology, we were using buckets. But that's to be, that's not, he's not the only one to be blamed for that. The whole nation can be blamed for that. But right now, let's work on something we have, which could make the machinery run a little more smoothly. And if we don't like him, we have the right to throw him out of the office. I'm not playing favorites with either the lady or this man.
I understand what you're saying. So you're saying that everything taken into account, Mr. Panneerselvam should be judged by the people and not pushed out because certain individuals perhaps want to orchestrate a power grab. I understand what you're saying. It's an important intervention you're making, but I want to ask you also that there are a large number of MLAs within the AIADMK, at last count 130, who believe that Shashikala should be Chief Minister. Now, MLAs also represent the will of the people. So therefore, I'm asking you, Mr. Hassan, in a situation such as this,
do MLAs represent the will of the people?
Well, the popular voice of the people there, Kamal Hassan speaking with Rahul Shiv Shankar. And Sri Venkateshwara, I'd like to come to you on a couple of the points that he was making there. The fact is that he talked about the empty chair. The state has an empty Chief Minister's chair at the moment. You know, a situation where the state is drought hit, a state which is recovering still from that horrific oil spill, a state which has seen a spate of farmer suicides. At the moment, the state does not actually have a Chief Minister sitting in that chair. This is not what the people of Tamil Nadu would want.
Tina, it's like this. I would like to mention for the benefit of the viewers that the office of the Governor of Tamil Nadu shall be guided by two important principles, wherein that the Governor, being the custodian of the Constitution, is expected to protect and preserve the Constitution, act only according to the Constitution. Article 163 gives him the absolute discretionary power wherein he can take a decision keeping in mind the ground reality. And once Governor takes a decision as per the discretionary power, it cannot be, shall not be questioned by anybody. That's one. Second thing is, Governor is also guided by the landmark judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court in the S.R. Bommai's case, wherein it's clearly stated that the
so what are you trying to say, Mr. Venkateshwara?
Or the vote of confidence shall be taken
you're citing
only
what
on the floor of the House,
the governor ought to be guided by,
the
but what exactly are you trying to say specifically?
What's the point? Are you favouring O. Panneerselvam or Sasikala? Who should take over?
What are happening on the ground? In the Justice and Equity demands that O.P. Panneerselvam, being the sitting Chief Minister, probably Governor may in his discretion give the first opportunity to Panneerselvam to prove his majority on the floor of the House. It is very possible. And Shashikala, another important point is, probably Governor of Tamil Nadu may be waiting for Supreme Court judgment on the disproportionate assessments, which is expected on 10th of this month.
Yeah, okay, so Mr. Rajagopalan, is that what's really happening here? Because yes, that judgment is expected from the Supreme Court. As we asked earlier also, is this delay by design? Because there's really no pressing matter that the governor needs to be looking at.
There is no design. There is no design in this. Neither BJP nor centre nor Congress interfered in this. There is no design. The reason being is governor's discretion powers. He wanted to understand what is that state. Since he delayed one day, Panneerselvam sat on Mount Vrithi yesterday. Therefore, the longer you delay, the problems will automatically open up, and there is a solution for the governor also.
But
you can't say that governor
wouldn't
is
he be better served being in Chennai to understand the problem then?
At the auspicious time, Panneerselvam was resigning and Sasikala was wanting to take over on 9th.
Is there an auspicious time for a resignation? I thought there was an auspicious time only for a swearing in.
That is how Tamil Nadu goes, what to do. That is what Andhra goes. That is what Karnataka goes.
Mr. Aryama Sundaram,
I'm afraid I have to
there is no legal in this. There is no, you can laugh, but you know, there is no legality here, Mr. Sundaram.
Mr.
What you are saying is absolutely wrong. I differ from you.
Okay, Mr. Aryama Sundaram, the question is, even on Tuesday there was an
appointment. Why that long delay? You must ask the governor.
1 minute.
The longer the delay is good for him.
1 minute. Why is it good for him?
Yeah,
He's supposed to resolve the crisis.
Yesterday he did it.
I know.
He's supposed to resolve the crisis in the state.
Why is it good for him?
He's supposed to resolve the crisis in the state, not to extend the crisis and deepen the crisis.
He's the governor of Tamil Nadu. He's acting on that. He's acting on the instruction.
3 days.
He accepted the resignation. Has Sasikala gone and represented? Why Sasikala did not go? Only the resignation. Mr. Sundaram, you answer me one thing. Why Sasikala has not claimed the state?
I will if you allow me to.
Please wait a bit.
No, you are not answering.
1 minute, Mr. Rajagopalan, calm down, Mr. Rajagopalan. Yes, Mr. Aryama Sundaram, the question is...
Only the resignation.
1 minute, Mr. Rajagopalan, if you continue to speak, how will you allow anybody else?
Governor's resignation.
Mr. Rajagopalan, at some point you will have to allow somebody else also to speak. You can't dominate the entire debate. Mr. Aryama Sundaram, the question I'm asking you is Sasikala and her parade of 130 MLAs something that the governor is going to look at, or is he in a position to call Panneerselvam once again as the sitting chief minister, even though his resignation has been accepted? Can he ask him to prove his majority on the floor of the house before another swearing in ceremony of Panneerselvam himself?
No, not possible, because Mr. Panneerselvam has resigned. Having resigned and his resignation accepted, he is no longer the chief minister. For that purpose, the legislative party, the legislators of the AIADMK, they will have to choose their leader, and the leader they choose will be the person to be sworn in. What the chief governor could do is, if he has any doubt and says, look, Mr. Panneerselvam also claims that you may not have the majority, although you're showing me 130 people. He says that a lot of them are going to change their minds, etc. At the most, what he can do is, he can swear her in and then say that within a given time, prove confidence in the House and take a floor test within a given period of time.
But either
that's
way,
the maximum he can
Sundaram,
do.
That's the.
But what he cannot do, is keep deferring it.
Do nothing.
What he cannot do is keep deferring and delaying it.
Cannot do is do nothing. Now, you know, I'm going to go across to Durai Pandayan, member legal wing of the AIADMK, because he's finally with us. Apologies for the delay. We would have liked to have you much earlier on the show. Now, you know, there's a lot of political intrigue and conspiracy that is being alleged, with Sasikala saying that it's the DMK that's behind this sudden revolt from Panneerselvam. But one is inclined to believe Mr. Panneerselvam when he says that Jaya herself wanted him to be chief minister, because as we well know, 3 times in the past, when the situation had arisen, Jaya had in fact chosen him to be the chief minister in her place. So why should people not believe him when he says that he was forced to resign and he should be the automatic choice for chief minister?
So much of pressure was built up against him over Mr. Panneerselvam. He was constrained to leave that post, and said Sasikala made him to write a resignation letter and to be submitted. In the next day, or day after the next, he came out with all the facts before the Amma's Samadhi in beach, and he addressed the whole press that what was his condition and now what he is. In fact, now he is in a better mode.
Yeah, but he also put question marks around Jayalalitha's death now. So the point is, if he felt that there was something untoward, why didn't he talk about it earlier? Why has he kept quiet all this while when he feels now that there should be a probe? into the circumstances around her death.
Also, Mr. Durai Pandayan, the fact is, if he was coerced, if he had all these questions, if he was talking to the spirit of Jaya Lalita, why did he resign? Why did he give his resignation and wait for it to be accepted? Why did he not move before that? He's not
I was
a greenhorn in
I was
politics.
compelled.
He's been chief minister before.
I was compelled by gundas. I was compelled by gundas and hooligans. I was left with no other alternative that except to submit my resignation and to come out. Now tomorrow, if he is given a chance to call upon the people whoever from the floor, he might get a chance of becoming chief minister again. There is sufficient time, and to reveal a truth or whatsoever it may be, it depends upon that independent person. When he wants, he should reveal. When he wants, he may reveal. What is wrong in that?
And what about the allegation that Sasikala has made that the DMK has in fact orchestrated all this because he was happy to give in his resignation earlier and then did a complete about turn, a total volte-face, and she says that the only one who can possibly gain from this is the DMK. So this it's the DMK behind all this drama.
Same accusation is there against Sasikala also. People say that, Stalin, it came out in press also, one of the most popular daily, that Stalin is prepared to spare 40 of his MLAs to bring up someone as chief minister. And later to make all the
Well, she doesn't seem to need those 40.
And therefore, ultimately, there should be a split among the party and DMK should come. No.
But Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, once back I bring the question to you and I ask you the question, why is the BJP, can anyone believe that the BJP is just a silent spectator, and the fact that the governor has stayed away from Chennai for the last 3 days has nothing to do with the nudge that the centre has given him?
Nothing at all. And if there is one true friend of deceased Dr. Jayalalitha, I think as a party it is the BJP. I think Dr. Jayalalitha, the Prime Minister, doesn't go to every state funeral. He was there and then all our top leaders went to see ailing Dr. Jayalalitha in the hospital. I think there was a special relationship, I have no difficulty in saying, with Dr. Jayalalitha, the BJP and Dr. Jayalalitha ideologically, and she had so there is absolutely no reason. We want the true legacy of Dr. Jayalalitha to be reflected in the government as a party, but for the governor, what matters is the constitutional obligations, and I want to expose the Congress party's hypocrisy. Chidambaram was on record saying yesterday, he was telling media that governor should not invite governor should not invite Mrs. Sasikala, and today you have, and then Congress spokesperson say that the Tamil Nadu is doomed if she were to take over. We don't take their statement seriously, but I want to expose the Congress's hypocrisy. And Mallikarjun Kharge was on record telling yesterday, I think he has tweeted, saying it's Sasikala isn't primary member of her party. If such people will run the government, it doesn't send a good message for democracy. So where are these people? Mallikarjun Kharge and Chidambaram, have they quit the Congress party? And is Abhishek Singhvi, who's making statements today, political statements, is he speaking for PETA or is he speaking for Indian National Congress? Because he seems to have different stance from the political party on every issue. So who is representing the Congress view here? It's absolute opportunism and
Shri Venkateshwara is here.
On display.
Shri Venkateshwara of the Congress party is from the KPCC. Mr. Venkateshwara, respond to GVL Narasimha Rao.
Can I just say one thing here? I agree completely with Mr. Narasimha Rao that the Congress is doing a complete doublespeak here.
Navika.
It is amazing that yesterday Mr. Chidambaram actually defended that and said the governor can exercise a discretion, can delay it, etc. Today, I heard Dr. Singhvi say that this is all the BJP ploy behind it. I'm afraid the Congress is doing a complete doublespeak, or they're not aware of what each other is saying in this whole matter. It's a complete doublespeak. On the one hand, Congress says it's a ploy. Today they say it's a ploy by BJP. Yesterday they say the governor is doing the right thing. I don't know what the Congress is saying really.
Sri Venkateshwara, why is the Congress playing a double game when you blame the BJP? Why are you playing a double game? One side supports the governor, one side supports Sasikala. What is it that the Congress wants?
No. We are not at all playing the double game. We are only mentioning the facts, and we are only reflecting the public opinion. We are only mentioning for the benefit of the viewers that what BJP did in Uttarakhand and Arunachal Pradesh, their action was misfired. They unnecessarily interfered in administration. They got the government dismissed. Again, on the direction of the Supreme Court,
is he a senior leader of the Congress or no?
It is before the public. In the background of that only, definitely BJP is trying to take political advantage of the situation in Tamil Nadu. They want to, being a political party, they want to see that how best they can.
So is Chidambaram speaking for the BJP? Has P. Chidambaram, are you blaming Chidambaram?
Clear.
Are you saying Mallikarjun Kharge is speaking for the BJP? Is Mallikarjun Kharge speaking for the BJP?
Is Mr. Chidambaram speaking for the BJP is the question GVL Narasimha Rao is asking you.
Have they left the Congress? What? Mallikarjun Kharge, has he joined the BJP?
I am not catching his Narasimha Rao's point.
I believe he's still in the Congress and he's leader of the opposition in Lok Sabha.
Why do you say that?
No, but is Singhvi speaking for PETA like he did?
It's not so. Mallikarjun Kharge
the battle may be in Chennai.
No, you are mistaken. You are mistaken.
Within the AIADMK, between the Sasikala faction and the O. Panneerselvam faction, we still have to see what position the governor takes. But at the same time, there is a battle that's also playing out here in New Delhi between the Congress and the BJP. The Congress alleging the BJP is nudging the governor, the BJP on the other hand saying that the Congress is doing doublespeak. It's all happening. It's huge political crisis in Chennai. What happens tomorrow when the governor arrives in Chennai in the afternoon? Will he look at the MLAs paraded by Sasikala, 131 of them, and ask her to be sworn in, or will he wait for the court verdict from the Supreme Court before he swears in Sasikala and give another opportunity to O. Panneerselvam? We'll keep you posted on every single detail and development on the ground in Chennai. Stay tuned to Times Now because we keep you ahead on the big breaking political story. Thank you very much to all our panelists for joining us here on debate number 1. We'll be back after a very short break.
The News Hour at 9 will be right back after the break.